Hi guys, today I have some great news. Today I got 2 new Novi stars. Mae Tallick and Mallie, and the newest one yet, Mallie Tasker. Let's start with Mallie Tasker since she's new, the newest one. Mallie's pretty simple like the other ones. She has 2 antennas sticking out that are apparently what to be looking like Saturn with a weird, like a hair thing sticking out, I don't know. Her hair is really cute. It's black, but with some green strands here and there. Like all of them, she has 3 dotted eyes where human eyebrows would be. These ones are pretty much blue. Just a normal blue. Sorry, she kind of fell down. And let's get to her eyes. They are very dazzling. Her eyes are looking what to resemble... I don't know what that is. Just probably like... It's just a swirl thing with a little tail thing at the end. I think it's kind of like what her antennas are shaped like. I don't know. Her lipstick is blue. Now, she has 4 arms with one of them with a bracelet. We'll get back to that because they're one of her special features. For a dress on the back, she does have a yellow bow on the back. I just had to point that out first. Her dress is actually pretty simple, but it's pretty nice. Below, she has a little black fishnet. She has yellow, blue, and black on her dress. She's got a black middle with two strands of yellow. She has some sleeves kind of like the ones in the galactic gown. Between those, she has the sleeves are blue, just like the bottom, with another yellow strand there. And her collar is yellow too. Down here, for footwear, she's not wearing anything kind of like the other Novi stars. She's just wearing a sample pair of black heels with green in them. Now let's get back to that special feature. Actually, she doesn't have one, but 2 special features. The first feature is about her 4 arms. They're all stretchy. And speaking of arms, I have to mention something. You'd probably expect her arms not to come out, but unfortunately they do. But with 2 arms at a time. Her second feature is that her arms glow in the dark. I can't show you that feature because I don't think she's absorbed enough light to have the glow in the dark feature, so I'm really sorry. For her pet is named 4.0. 4.0 is obviously female due to eyelashes, shirt, and bow. Let's start with her face. She's kind of look like she's in a bad mood due to the fact by her eyebrow and her frown. But those things at the bottom, you probably can't see them, but because they're blurry. But those are fangs that were painted on. Now let's start with the bottom. She has 4 arms, just like Mallie. Unfortunately, they're not stretchy like her, and are black instead. Her shirt is pretty much a blue and pink flower, which is kind of like spreading down to her feet. Standing her up is not the easiest due to the fact that she only has 1 foot for some reason. Now let's start up now, and the reason is probably because of her tail. Her tail is removable, but I just want to keep it on because it'd probably fall off, and it's really hard to stand her. Oh, and I forgot, and her skin color is blue. Her head is blue, but her arms are black, so I don't get that either. But at the top, she is wearing a bow that is green and pink. Now let's start with Mae Tallick. Most of us have seen reviews of her, but I just want to show something. At the top, her antennas are bow-shaped. And here's something I've learned. her hair is actually a wig held on by two hearts, as you can see a little. But I don't want to take off the wig because I don't want to. Oops. Excuse me for a second. Okay, I'm back. I have to balance her on the energy pod, also known as Nita's room. Well, this because it's pretty hard to get her into her glow-in-the-dark stand. Let's get back to this. Her eyebrows are pretty well seen, kind of like Ari Roma's. Let's start with her eyes. They are so cute. You probably can't see them very well, but her eyes are an alien skull and crossbones, which are pretty impressive. Her eyes are blue with blue mascara. I forgot to mention that Mallie's eyes have like purple and orange mascara. Sorry about that. And she has glittery eyes, all like all of them, but are very dazzling. Her lipstick is pink. And her whole skin color is kind of pink, hot pinkish. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention another thing. Mallie's skin is actually white. Moving on. Anyways, she's kind of doesn't have very many clothes, but is luckily wearing a skirt. Her skirt is checkered with a checkered plain. With a big bow that is pink with blue polka dots. If you look close enough, right here, she has a little heart print right there, but it's kind of hard to see. Down here, we get more sketches and her shoes. Apparently, her shoes are little heel things with wheels, but are part of her sculpt, unfortunately. I would prefer them not to be a part of her sculpt because that way you can take them off and put on different shoes. Speaking of that, you can't put on different shoes due to the fact that they're a part of her sculpt. Oh, and I forgot to mention something about Mallie. Yes, she comes with a hairband, which is shaped like the planet Saturn. But what she also comes with is a brush. This is the first time we've gotten a main Novi Star character with a brush, because basically none of the other ones had a brush except the Orbit Beach versions, which is pretty exciting. Anyways, moving on. For a pet, Mae has a pet teddy bear named 8-Bit. 8-Bit has two sonic receivers, kind of like Mae's. He has purple dots going down, starting to shape like ovals, and then he has no mouth but a wide muzzle and reddish pink nose. His cheeks are red as well. Down here, he looks like what looks like to be a tunic of fur. He's holding a tunic bat on his side by a paw. And speaking of his paws, he has two like bands, bracelet band things around them. The strap is kind of like, it's blue going down, but when you get to the back, it's silver. He's pretty easy to stand up, but sometimes it can be hard to his stubby feet. Speaking of sonic receivers, like I said about him, I forgot to mention her special feature. You see this sonic receiver? Well, if you press it, she can talk.